Say this, I feel like it's a misprint. 17-year NFL vet. This fullback paved the way for 5 different players who rushed for over 1,000 yards in a season. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler, and he's a friend of the show. Let's welcome back to the breakfast table, Tony Richardson.
Thanks. How we doing?
So you look great, man. How you doing, man? You always look great. The fountain of youth is something that you bathe in every night, I know. But let's get to football, though. You're a former Jet, gangrene, struggling. 4 straight they've lost, and their record through this amount of games this season is actually worse than last year.
Exactly.
So things aren't looking good. Everybody's heating up the seat for the head coach. If you're the GM, are you firing Bowles right now?
I'm not going to do it right now. I just think, and I think that, I was actually with Mr. Johnson prior to the game. He was like, Tony, we really need to win this game today. And all of a sudden I look up at the half and it's 31-3. I'm like, that doesn't look good. But I just don't think you make those decisions at, the middle of the season. Because me personally, I wouldn't do it. Now, if you have to make that decision, you make it at the end. But even now, if you were to fire him, if I was a GM, like, who am I going to bring in? Who's on that staff right now? You can say, okay, he can lead this team. And I don't think there's anyone that really can do it. And you definitely don't bring someone in out the street, to take over the team.
On the flip side.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Chiefs.
Okay, so now, so Andy Reid has job security.
That's right, man.
I think he's okay.
His team is good.
Yeah, his team is good.
Sitting there at 9-1. In fact, Kansas City was 9-1 in 2 of your seasons there with the Chiefs.
That's
what makes
crazy.
you think that this is the squad that can make it over the hump and win a Super Bowl?
I just think, for me, and obviously I'm a huge football fan. I love video games. This is like watching Madden. How is everyone open? I feel like I want to get back out there. But the thing about it, the only thing that kind of scares me about this Chiefs team is the defense. Because some of the games has been like, they put up 31 points. But he gave up 30. Right. But that's the biggest thing. Once you shoot that defense up, I'm not sure who can beat this team. And the great thing about it, if they get home field advantage and everyone has to come through Arrowhead, you're going to be able to hear the crowd from here.
Tony, she mentioned you were 9-1 twice there.
Yeah, definitely.
Just quickly, one thing of why you guys didn't take it.
Yeah, I think for us, for whatever reason, we could never get over the playoff hump. Like, we'd be 13-3 and rolling, and we'd always have that bye. And that bye, for whatever reason, we come back out and then we get smashed.
So that bye is a bad thing.
If I had to do all over, which I had no control over that, I don't really like that bye.
So what's your advice to these guys that might go through that?
I mean, they're definitely going to go through the bye.
Don't face Peyton Manning.
Yeah, don't face Peyton Manning. That helps. But even in that game, that was the first game that
never a punt in
the entire game, and we lost by I think 3 or 4 points. 4 points. Yeah, I remember like yesterday.
Trent Green throwing the ball all over the field,
all over the yard.
The last laugh.
Exactly, as he always does.
Tony, for people at home who were playing fantasy football way back in 2002, I think they owe you a check. I think they owe you part of their winnings.
I can use it.
Because that's the year.
I'm not making Nate money.
Oh, come on.
Nobody is. That's the year that you were blocking for Priest Holmes.
Yeah.
We made a board for you. Let's show Mr. Richardson the board we made for him, because Todd Gurley's doing amazing things this year. But look back at 0-2 Holmes, what we have here through 10 games.
Wow.
More yards, more touchdowns, more scrimmage yards, and just as many scrimmage TDs. So you're watching Gurley go crazy this year. Are you reminded of your guy you blocked for, Priest Holmes, and can he maybe break some records this year, Todd Gurley?
I think he can. The thing about Todd Gurley, and that's the biggest thing I think now that separates a lot of backs in this league, is the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. And that's the thing that Priest Holmes was able to do at such a high level. It's kind of hard. You start thinking about just get him the ball. You throw him a swing pass. Oh, there's Priest Holmes is my guy. But yeah, I kind of compare these guys. Gurley's probably more of a bigger kind of bulkier type running back, but Priest had vision like none other. So you might see a clip of Tony Richardson running on there.
I'm looking for it. There we go. There we go, baby. Sorry.
But yeah, I like Todd Gurley, and I wish I had him on my fantasy football team, because right now I'm getting smashed. I don't have a good running back. So I had beast mode and then beast mode.
Did you draft Le'Veon Bell?
Speaking of Le'Veon Bell, what's going to happen today? What do you guys think?
That's it. What do you know?
I wish I knew something. I still don't know. I'm from the old school. I can't leave $14 million on the table. I don't think I can.
All right, now you're from the old school.
I'm from the old
school. You can't leave $14 million on the table, but is there something that you can appreciate in what he's standing for? Because you've blocked for running backs that were getting crumbs.
Exactly.
And they complained about it to you in the meeting room.
Okay, but $14 million isn't crumbs. Now, if he was playing at $900,000, I'd be like, okay, go get your money. Because Priest Holmes actually held out 1 year, and and I was kind of talking to him through that whole deal. And I was like, Priest, do what you need to do to make sure you get paid. And the organization stepped up and paid him. That was a whole different scenario, because you're not talking about $14 million a year.
But isn't it all relative, though? This is 2018. The NFL is making $13, $14 billion.
I'm telling you, if I put my general manager hat on and just to see the way the league is going, I'm not paying a running back $14 million. I mean, obviously Gurley deserves it, but you can go get a Kareem Hunt. You can go get an Alvin Kamara, third-round pick. You know, there's no way I can.
Can I ask you as a blocking back?
Yeah. And I hate to say this, my running back's
of course. If he comes back, if he does come back, do you block for him like you would have blocked for?
No doubt.
No doubt.
Yeah, one thing about it is, that's one thing we always said, and I was actually disappointed in their locker room. Starts talking about other people's contract, other people's money. Like, you just do your job and let me take care of my business. I didn't really like that from that standpoint. But the day he shows up, you scrap all of that. You say, we're going to battle. Hey, welcome back. You're my brother, and I'm gonna support you through thick and thin, through everything. And so that's the biggest thing is when that whistle blows and it's time to get in that huddle, all that other contract stuff, that nonsense is done. We're trying to win a championship.
That nonsense is happening all day, at least until 4 p.m. That deadline.
That gives everyone to talk about today.
You're right about that.
You've been here on NFL Network. Tony, you were part of the All NFL Legends USO Tour earlier. Now you're doing something with Salute to Service. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Salute to Service. I was able to talk about it on television on Sunday. So the Salute to Service, if you put hashtag Salute to Service on Twitter, it was $25 per tweet.
Amazing.
That went up to $5 million. Now, guess what we've done? We've actually increased it. We topped the number at $5.7 million. So now we're going to keep it open until the 19th.
Oh, really? Awesome.
So we're going to open it back up. It's open now, and now it's $5 per tweet up to $6 million. And so that's so go ahead and tweet.
I'm doing it right now.
And that's an incredible, initiative because, we can start supporting the Bob Woodruff Foundation. We can start supporting, all these different organizations, the USO tours. And so this is amazing. And I think I'm really behind the NFL just because obviously having that military tie with my mom, my dad.
I was going to ask, so you come from the military background. Let everyone know what your connection to the military is and what Veterans Day means to you.
Yeah, so my dad actually did 32 years, and he was in Vietnam. He has a Purple Heart. He almost lost his leg. My sister did 4 deployments, so she did 28 years. So for me, Veterans Day is everything because I know personally in my life I wouldn't be sitting in this chair if it wasn't for my dad making those sacrifices. And even going over in the USO tour, which was amazing. I went with Amani Toomer and Donnie Edwards. And the thing about it, we kept telling them, thank you so much for your service. Thank you so much. And they would tell us, no, thank you for what you do. And I'm like, man, I haven't done anything.
Right.
But the thing about it, and one thing they said is like, we love the NFL because this is an opportunity. Because you think about it, these are young people, that are fighting the battles, that are protecting our borders. And these are young people. And they said when football Sunday comes on, this is the one day we can say, it gives you some normality. And it kind of gets you off the day-to-day stuff that you're dealing with. And they kept saying, hey, guys, thank you. I'm like, man, we didn't do anything.
Right.
Thank you, guys. So obviously we still, obviously yesterday was Veterans Day. We still want to say thank you so much to our troops because none of us can do what we're doing right now if it wasn't for the men and women who've already served and who are currently serving. So we definitely from the NFL want to say thank you.
Of Amazing. It is reopened. I'm tweeting. Everybody's tweeting hashtag Salute to Service to raise that money. Let's run up this tab.
Let's go.
Let's see if we can take it to 7 million. Maybe
we're
sitting at 5.7 million right now and counting, as you can see. There's my tweet right there. Boom, showed up. Move it to 50. Oh, there it is. That was mine. NFL.com/salute. Make a difference. Tony Richardson here with us.
Thank you so much.
You really appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next on Good Morning Football, Titans did a little trolling of the past this past Sunday.